Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We're doing pretty good now, finally. I can finally breathe a little bit, sigh of relief. We are up to 6,000 food. I think we have, for the time being, vanquished the meat pop invaders. Finally, so it's super great. So I have to show you, besides all the things that we did in the last episode, we went around town and made sure that we had all the things working and did our adjustments and all that other stuff. What else I did in addition to that in between episodes was I added a whole bunch more corrals. So I think you guys just saw these ones up here and a couple of these plantation guys over here. I added a whole nother row. This is empty for donkeys. I am really contemplating on just filling it in with something and we can just build another corral later, but it's empty for now. Got a bunch of pigs, got turks over here, a couple more cows up on this end, and then we have potatoes and peas over here. And then in efforts, we also did a whole big row of fish ponds up here. The more fish we have, the better. And then an additional effort to prevent future problems, I built another little area neighborhoody place. I was thinking that it might be interesting to do an area with mostly luxury apartments, because I figured, like, if these people are still okay to like have children in here, then well, it's just kind of space saving for like how the houses you would need that would make up 45 people. You know, it's up to 4 people per house, so that's, you know, a good amount of houses that you can save with just a luxury apartment. So that's why I put 2 in here. They're kind of cool. They're better than the boarding houses. I like them a lot. So and then I was going to put in some upgrades as well. We have a couple kittens, and when you have a bunch of people, I feel like this is the best way to use our kittens, because it benefits more people and less space. Well, we don't really have any more toilets or anything like that. I don't want to use a luxury furniture. Oh, it does improve the happiness. Okay, I do. Let's do that. Do luxury furniture in there. I was going to give them Doge or a toilet, but we'll do furniture instead. All right, so yeah, this is all plantations over here. All of this is plantations. We are interestingly low on flax and linen, so I want a couple of these are going to be that flax farms, and then our clothing is finally getting halfway decent. I've gone around, and most of the things that we have right now are building down jackets instead of rough clothes, which is better. They are a little bit warmer than the rough clothes. We talked about that a couple episodes ago, so that's in process as well. And then you might have seen me putting this as mulberry here at the beginning. Well, we have a couple more mulberries up here and here and here, so I put those there because these silkworm sheds needed the mulberries to produce more silkworms, so we could produce more silk, so we could produce more gowns. And that's the production line that I've been focusing on mostly, most recently as well. I want the better clothes to prevent that cold issue from happening. You can see we even still have one cold person at right now, 47 degrees. I guess that is kind of chilly, but I'm trying to get rid of all of those tooltips that pop up. We have gotten rid of the one that says citizens want new houses, so that's good. And this little area also is silkworm shed and textile mill to make more silk. And then eventually, hopefully by the end of this episode, we can try and bring in some silk from this area, and we can process it here. I think this is what I was gonna do. Textile mill? No. What? I forgot about my plan. What was my plan down here? It's been so long. I think we were gonna do luxury coats down here with the silk and the feathers. It's another thing that we should be getting into a little bit more, is the luxury coats and moving away from our down jackets and getting into luxury coats. Because it's not anything super duper. It's just some silk and, you know, stuff that we have had. The ducks and the geese have been giving me tons of feathers. It's been super nice. Wool from the sheep. It's helping out around. So maybe we'll get the silk down here, and we'll put in another clothing factory in addition to that one, because and another one in addition to this one because we need it right now. So let's just do that right now, and then by the time we're ready, it will be good to go. And let's do the red one, the big one. I did see an event that I haven't seen before right here. Unexpected gift. A citizen who kept a cat as a pet were shocked to find a fresh dead mouse at the door when they went out in the morning. While a cat was innocently purring next to it, it seems to be a gift from the cat. What, should it be accepted? It's too scary, throw it away quickly, or receive. We're gonna receive it. Although you accept it, perhaps it's better to grill it before eating it. Okay. We got 1 roast rat meat. Okay, that's cool, I guess. I have seen that in various places around in the game where you had rat meat and roast rat meat, but there's no like, it's not like a rat farm or anything like that I've been seeing anyways. But okay, that's kind of interesting. So now we know where that comes from. Our kittens. Makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Look at this too. We have 122 laborers now, so we're doing great with all that stuff. I'm feeling pretty good, like I said. So I'm hesitant to like just go crazy like I normally do, because we are only at 200 food, so it's not like it's a ton. And we're gonna use a bunch of people over here once this stuff gets built up. It looks like we're waiting on glass and planks. We should have some sawmills around getting us planks, because I put that in a little bit ago because we were working on something. I can't remember what it was. And this great castle, the looks like the materials are available. We just have to get them here. I think we'll just turn that on and we'll let it go in the background for now. We have all that other stuff built up first, so it should be a priority before the castle stuff. So hopefully that's good to go. Maybe I should just turn off the castle and prevent it from doing anything like that. But yeah, everything else around town is doing really well. I'm really thinking about what we're gonna do with this space after we're done with tech points, because we're getting dang close to being done with tech points. And then I think I'm gonna like demo all this stuff and put in a couple more luxury apartments, or well, these doesn't really reach over there, but I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that area. And we got our cemeteries over here that are getting full of doing work. This is almost built, so we should go over here and take this guy out. Demo this guy. Make sure that we do it this time. Watch the little blip pop up there, so we know we got it. But let's check out our tech points. We have 7 tech points available. I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna grab the boarding school and this academy. This gives you the 3 development points, just because it's awesome, and we're gonna grab that, so then we have that taken care of. I don't have to keep thinking about it. So that's gonna take up 2 points and then give us a 3rd. So we're at up to 8 now. So the boarding school is kind of like the luxury apartment. Except it's a school and it's for the children's. That's kind of cool. We'll definitely throw one of those in. And then the academy is more students to study. I don't think it's like a higher level of learning. It's just more, I think. So we'll check out both of those. And then I was really thinking about this. So because our silver coins were such a problem for a little while there, I think I'd like to get into this more of this mining stuff over here. I'm gonna grab the silver, the minting, the gold miners, and the jade house. And maybe we even start to put in that great temple that we had in the, I think it was last playthrough. But we didn't really get to see it a whole lot. We got it built and said, yep, that's cool. And then that was pretty much the end of it. So I think we could grab these 4. So then we're down to 4 points total here. And then this is 5. So we don't have quite enough yet to finish everything. And we only have 2 more points down here. But we are getting really, really close. So we are going to grab the silver. We're going to grab minting. And then gold miner and jade. And then, you know what? We might as well grab the gear too while we're here. And then we have mining finished. So the gear stuff, I think, lacked enhanced formulas for gears and toolkits from the forge. Okay, so that's in the forge. So if we go to the forge, we could see what that all requires. It's going to be pretty complex, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, gears. Yeah, oh yeah, the steel tools and the steel. We don't have nearly enough excess steel tools for that action. And then the toolkits are a type of tool. It's the best tool that you can get. So we could maybe get into that a little bit too. Because we have leather, but not a lot of rope, not a lot of steel tools. So that's another production line that we'd have to really iron out, which you definitely could do. But let's check out our schools. So over here in our new little area, I didn't really have any schools built, just kind of holding off. But we could definitely throw in a boarding school, and we could do that. And it doesn't look like these have to be in the radius of the marketplace, so we could put this pretty much anywhere. But I think we'll just put it along this line right here. And then let's throw in the academy over there as well. And this can kind of just be like our learning lane over here, and it'll be awesome. We could check that out in a little bit once those guys get working. I think I'm gonna pause the Great Castle building. It's just the demand gets so wild when you have it running here. So we got a couple more points off of it, but it's not quite there yet. We're getting really close. We're getting really close to the Great Castle, having enough things. And I haven't really bought any of this stuff, so this is all stuff that the town has made. It's pretty great. 163 laborers, that's awesome. So yeah, so now it's winter time, so we just had our harvest. We're up to 2,900 foods, and we are still really hurting on all these planks over here. So if we could find our lumber camp, not lumber camps, that's a different game, Age of Empires. if we can find our sawmills. See, this is difficult to find things sometimes in this game now. If we go timber and we go sawmill, this should like light up our sawmills if we're near it, instead of just kind of like, there it is. Okay, so we have this sawmill making planks and this one's just sitting here. We could turn this on finally and we can make some planks for that guy. And there we go. And we might as well throw in this and one of those. And there we go. So this is going to give us an additional seat. There we go. 4 people. So that'll help our plank income a little bit. So let's do that. Our stone is still low. Let's put in a couple more people. I'm going to put in 3 more here, and then let's do 3 more here. Now that we're back in action with that. I'm going to keep about what we have here for laborers and not keep doing that, because I need this stuff to be, you know, occupied and running. I was thinking we don't have my mine over here. We could do another little forest farm, and that could produce us enough stuff for domestic fuels in this area, because you can see a couple of our homes there have little snowflakes. So we definitely want to have something in here to help with that issue. And I think we could just put this guy, we could put it right up in here. That's fine. And it's right next door to our little storage guy. 10 by 12, that's a good size. And then we could definitely do our timber, and then we could do a couple sawmills. I was thinking we could have that in this kind of area. This is industrially, but I do like this space, because we could go all the way down with these plantations. I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna stick this guy on this side of the road. Let's do a sawmill, and we'll just do a road down here like this. Boop, boop, boop. And it will go off into infinity and beyond. Okay, there we go. And then I have this. What is this processing guy that we are missing here? Let's see. Oh yes, the mint and the gold miner. So this guy takes sand and finds gold dust. So our sand is of course way up over here. We have a bunch of these guys right here. So I turned 2 of them off when we got really low on people, when we were flexing people around. So we could turn those back on. And I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this hill out because it's obnoxious. And what? Oh no! I didn't notice our deep mines were there. That's interesting. So I didn't know you could do that. So the deep mines are still there. It looks like they're still operating. There's no not something that didn't go wrong, but the rock isn't there. The rest of it's gone. So that's interesting. I'm gonna leave it there because that's kind of cool. I hate that how it looks, but oh, I wonder if we can. Ooh. Okay. So a way around the deep mines and mines having to be into the rock. They can be in the rock, and then you can terraform them out. Super interesting. But anyways, we were talking about getting ourselves the ore, so let's get into the gold miner cabin because of the proximity to the sand that we have over here. We'll do 2 of them, and we'll make these guys sand, and we'll make this guy sand, and we'll plop these guys on and turn this guy on like that. Okay, so additional sand coming in. That'll be great. These guys are going to take building kits and tool kits to get built. Okay, so that I didn't pay attention to. So we'll get the sand building up, but we won't be able to build these things without the toolkits. We could order some toolkits. That's definitely a thing we could do. And I just noticed that we are in the red again with food. I'm not terribly surprised by that. Let's put the jade guy in there too. Again, toolkits, so it's gonna sit there for a moment. But let's see if we can get this stuff done over here. So we don't have one that's getting built right now, so that's great. That'll be done momentarily. I'm thinking that we order some planks and we try and order some foods because we're gonna need food again. Maybe we do the food and forget about the planks. Oh, we have a ship here. I didn't catch that. All right, so let's check out what we got here for the ship. Nothing super duper, but I do like the steak in here. It's gonna be a great food to have, more filling. It's just a better food. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in enough monies here with our stone statue and our cutleries and our silver coins, depending, to buy as many of these steaks as we can, and then we can put in an order for some other foods. Okay, we're up to 207. Oh, I did the wrong one. Salted fish cans. You know what? That's probably okay. It's better than the raw venison and the steak. We'll get more. It's a medium quality. We'll do that. We'll do that instead of the steak. Okay, I haven't used any silver coins for this, and we're doing a transaction. We'll get that on the way, or on the dock, I guess. There we go, salted fish cans. And let's do an order as well. And we could do just a bunch of... I did a bunch of toast at one point. These guys are 42 apiece. Again, it's at middle. It's at simple food. It's not super duper, but it's better than nothing. Ooh, the sausage is 32. We should do that instead. So let's see what we can do here for sausages as well. All right, we can order 1,081 sausages. Let's do it. Get that on the way, and that doesn't take very long to get here, and it'll be here just in time because we are in the red again with our food. A big in the red. I don't feel like I did that much to cause such a huge discrepancy all of a sudden in our production with food. Kind of weird. This guy's got to be trees, so we'll have that like that. Okay. And then we got our sawmill getting built up down here for domestic fuel for this area. Maybe I should have put it up next to this. That would have made a little bit more sense, wouldn't it? We could do that, and then we could either leave that one down there, or we could put in another one here for planks. Let's cancel that. That sucks, but oh well. What a waste of time. And we got our first plantation over here done. I think I'm gonna go with corn. Helps it yield corn. Corn yields well. Nothing super duper about the corn, but I feel like it would help us get a little bit more of a stockpile of corn eventually and get some fodder going. Fodder is going to be great for our corrals. We got a lot of corrals, not a lot of fodder. So if we can make that work a little bit better, I think that would be good. Do our fish ponds take planks? They do not take planks. Okay, so I'm really thinking about doing a whole nother line of fish ponds. And I know it kind of like it muddies up our castle area here, but I think that it's kind of necessary. And we can use this space right in here, and we still have room for nurseries to put behind them if we want to do that eventually. I do like that. This idea right here. This fits really nice in here. We could go up a little bit more up here for nurseries as well if we need to. And we probably will need to because we are in the red for medicines. Let's do that right now when we're talking about it. We'll just do a couple more over here. We'll do 2 more. Okay. We got the people. Let's do it, right? Okay, so this guy's working on corn. Looks like we got it done in time for this season, so that's great. We'll get that working. And we needed to get those building or toolkits, right? So we need more steel. That means, and it looks like we are finally in the red with our trees again. Oh, I did forget that we turned off a bunch of these tree guys. So let's put those back on, and I want to keep this about 150. Our labor is about 150. So I know that we turned off a bunch of those tree guys. I think we'll just look for those, and I think we have those 2 turned on. That should help us a little bit. Got a stone coming in. We have a couple more people for the farms and those nurseries that we did. Oh, and we got to do this over here as well. Get in our cemetery. I am going to get this stuff built up, and I'll bring it back once we got it built up, and we'll see what else we can get into. All right, welcome back. We got a new event for several months in a row. When the market vendors are taking stock, they had found that certain small items constantly go missing, and the records just couldn't match up. They finally decided to investigate the entire market. But where should they start their investigation? The plank wall. The hollowed out plank wall contained a squirrel nest and a large amount of supplies. Take it away. The squirrel ran away with a squeak. Gear, rope, herb, fishing net, stone tools, rope. Nice. Lots of rope. That's great. We needed it. And here's the deal with our little situation over here. We got our fish ponds up and running. I definitely need to add in double the workers here, so we'll do that as we go here. We have these 8. Well, I guess all of these are done now. All 12 plantations are ready to roll. I put a couple more down here. So my thought for this would be, so these are going to be our food. Obviously, they're all corn, right? And then over here, I'm going to probably do more food, but I also wanted to do a couple flax. I wanted to do a couple more agave tequila farms. And so we'll probably do 2 of these as food. We got our supply station done over here. I'm kind of thinking that with the flax and stuff, we'll use this to start to distribute that a little bit more. I'm still not 100% clear on the point of the supply stations, because, and maybe it's this instance, because it's so small, like, well, why is it hard for the workers to go from here to wherever I'm producing things? Like if we're making linen out of the flax, when we have a flax or a linen maker right here, you know, and we have a flax goes here and then to here, like, well, there's no point of the supply station. I don't really understand that. You know what I'm also not sure of is if this game has a wiki or not. Maybe I should look that up and see if we could find the wiki. Just a different description, I think, is part of my issue with this. Like, why? I don't get it. So I think what my idea, the point of it is, like, when I was thinking of, you know, when we had our little area over here, so I have silk in this, so it's looking for silk. Doesn't have any. Okay, now it does. Now it has silk. So then it's going to distribute that silk to the buildings around that need silk. So for example, this bedding factory, I did see a little horse that ran over here as I was talking. And I think bringing it there, but there's no silk processing like that close to this area. So our nearest silk processing is, okay, here it is. This is the closest one. Textile mills are taking the cocoons, making silk out of it. And I'm putting the worker there too. And that's where I think, like, that's a long way to go for a worker to go all the way over here to bring stuff and all the way back. That's a lot. So I think that's kind of the point of these. So this guy is going to go find the silk and bring it from wherever to here and then distribute it from there. So it's kind of like a market, but for goods and not so much like citizen needs. So we got 2 more plantations done over here. Like I said, we'll do a flax. And we'll do a agave right there. Maybe I'll do more than just one agave because we are really low on our spirits and beer too. So maybe we do oats. So this is going to be more my industrial-y things. That's kind of what I was thinking of with that area. And then over here we have our open mine. We did this a while ago, but we got the silver in there. Where we just got some silver. And then we have 2 mints that are just starting to work up here. Get some silver coins produced for us because why not? The more we have, the better. We can just buy the things that we need, and definitely need that to be the case some of the times. I also want to show you our education lane over here. There's a homeless person in here somewhere, apparently. How do I have... How? We'll look at that just a second. So our boarding school. School-age children will live and study in the boarding school, and their efficiency increases after graduation. Graduation need a new house to move into. Oh... That makes sense. Okay, so these guys are graduated that are stuck there. So we got a group of people that are living in here now, but a bunch of kids, so that's cool. And then our academy allows more students to study. It's just bigger. It's 55 instead of 25. So that's cool. So we definitely need to get some more housing over here then if we got some homeless folks. So we could do that. You know, we should just... I really like this luxury apartment thing. I'm gonna put another one over here, and we'll just kind of do another. Can I fit this here? Oh yeah. All right, that'll work. This is just gonna have to develop a little bit over time. It's gonna be a while. And I was kind of looking over the whole scope of our map, and this whole east side of the river is pretty much filled in for the most part. We got a little area right in here, but that's about it. And we could do something else with this spot. This is where our gather and our apiary are. But meh. And then we have a little bit over here. But so that's pretty cool. We have this whole side of the map filled up. There is an entire whole other side of the map on the west side, and we're definitely going to do some work over there too. I want to take so we're needing steel really badly, right? So I want to start going this way. We'll do another little area like this and just kind of work our way over here. I think we're going to do some... I wonder if these are infinite mines. This mine, is this infinite? It isn't infinite. Okay, so that's the thing that we have to think about. These mountains suck and they're ugly and they're dumb, but they're important because they allow us to have the deep mines. So like right in here, we might be able to do a couple mines, like maybe 3, one here, one here, and one here, and we can start getting more iron, and then we can really process that iron into steel, get the steel tools, and then the steel tool kits, and all that other stuff working. And that's what my development plans are for the future here. We'll show this off in this episode before we go. And so we're just going to do a couple more little things around town here. We got all of these fish ponds are at 2. So let's take a look at our graph. So we are in the green a little bit, not a whole lot. So all of these might not be enough, surprisingly. Like this, I feel like this is a ton of food. So if each of these are making about 500, they're very varied. Look at that. 642, 200, 705. So I'm wondering if that variance is from travel times. Like if the workers have to go a long way to travel to and from home. Yeah, like So this guy's going all the way up to this transfer area. Look at that. So this yellow line right here, you can see that's their travel path. And they go all the way over there. That's interesting. Wonder why they're doing that and not using the warehouse that's right here, but it's 1% full. Is this screwing me over? Is this transfer station screwing me over here? It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like I said, I think I'm gonna look for a wiki, and I'm gonna see if I can find a wiki and just get some other ideas on what the heck some of this stuff really is doing, like the transfer station and the supply station. See if I'm right with the supply station. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get some houses built up over here. I know we did just throw in these luxury apartments, but that needs some stuff that we don't quite have yet, so it's gonna be a while. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I will bring you back at the end of the episode and we can show off the great castle. All right, it's finally done. There we go. We got our great castle. It is awesome. Nobody lives there yet, apparently, because we're doing fantastic with homeless, no problem around this town. So 80 families can be in here, 5 members for each at the most. That's pretty great. It's an awesome structure. It takes a long time to get built. It looks amazing, but it's pretty cool. So there you go. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, you guys. We got a lot done. I think we're doing okay with food now. Look at that, 10,000 food. We're doing great. I hope you have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Settlement Survival.